YouTube, what's going on today? We got a race round the green hell today. Tried to do this on stream, didn't really work, ended up crashing like this. Oh, Jesus. This is going to... Thanks, bro. Not too impressed with that, but I decided to do one off stream, and here's the result. Hope you guys enjoy. So as you can see, I've actually qualified for this session. Qualified with a time of 8:01.921. Not a bad lap, all things said and done. Just took it nice and easy, and it's the 7th fastest qualifying lap at this moment in time. And we're coming up to the end of the week, so again, not so bad. As you can see, track conditions on your screen now, and we're just about to head into the race. Sitting on the start grid, looking at who's around us. Obviously, there's a few fairly heavy hitters, you know, 7k, 5k, quite a strong strength of field, really. So I'm excited, a little bit nervous. Obviously, I qualified first, so I do know I do have the outright speed and pace, but it's not all about that on this track, is it? It's all about staying close to your opposition and drafting them. Unless you get a mega start and you can somehow pull 2 seconds before the first straight. Otherwise, as I say, it's just all about tucking in behind someone, saving fuel, nailing your pit stop and keeping it clean. A real endurance mindset here, which is very unusual considering all I do is race the MX5. But here we go, the lights are popping up, about to go red. Getting ready to go green, green, green. And we're away. Nice little launch there from myself, even if I do say so myself, just trying to nail this first turn. I've never really done it from a standing start, but already we're starting to pull away, which is something I like a little bit. Tyres are cold, so I know I need to be a little bit careful, a little bit of a lift through there. Very tricky through here on cold tyres. The back end wants to step out on you, so just again keeping it nice and steady. And it's looking good. We appear to be pulling away. Again, being careful here. The thanks in the chat up top. Looks like someone's already been binned. Standard stuff around here, isn't it? Look at that counter steer. And away we go down the first straight. What are we? We are above the 1.2 second threshold. But they're working together. So it's going to be tough, man. I've just got to keep my head down and try and nail everything. I think any sort of single mistake and I'm just going to get gobbled up. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Again, just taking a nice smooth line here, taking the shortest distance possible. What it's all about. Slight lift going through the fast left and then trying to nail a braking point, keeping it nice and tight on entry. And it's not too bad. We do suffer a bit of understeer mid-corner, but that is standard for that turn. Just keeping an eye on that relative. It looks like it's 1.4 now, so perhaps they've gained a tenth. It's not looking too great. But I am very confident through this section, dropping it down to 4th and then 3rd. Braking at the zebra crossing there, down to 2nd. Trying to nail this right-hander. Do clip the curve a little bit, which has killed my exit speed. And we're very similar on the relative there. If anything, they may have gained. Again, I just think it's because they're a big group working together. Ooh. Double lift through there, not that great. I am feeling the pressure right now. Definitely feeling the pressure. Obviously you wouldn't be able to see that or tell that by looking at my ugly mug in the top right hand corner of the screen there. Can you even tell I'm holding the steering wheel? So again, just nice and smooth through here. They've depot caught up a little bit. Need to nail this hairpin. And I get it okay, but speed of carry in was quite low. I think I overslowed on entry. Too focused on nailing that exit and it completely killed my speed on entry. Again, being very cautious into this left-hander. Taking it nice and clean, very solid. Probably could have carried more speed through there. I'm just a little bit off everywhere at the moment. I think I'm overthinking everything. And as you can see now, they are within the 1.2 range, and we're about to head on to one of the main places on the track where you can draft, and I've completely buggered that turn. Oh my word! So I'm gonna get swallowed up by the chasing pack. I did manage about half a lap, so not too bad, but could have been better. And if I was on my A game, I'm quite confident that I would have been able to absolutely gap them and just streak ahead for the victory, but that's not the case. We've got a race on our hands here. Just leaving it in 4th gear. As you can see, we're heading up the hill now. The speed's just falling off. Trying to take it nice and smooth through Bravery, probably one of the only corner names I do know around here. Dropping down below 170 kph, which is very slow for that turn. And trying to spot our braking point. Probably not being aggressive enough here. I'm trying to get into that endurance mindset, and it may be hampering me. Again, it all comes down to confidence and practice. Just got to nail the carousel. Let's not fly out of the carousel, please. Not too bad, not the greatest. And now the draft is actually exceptional going up this hill. I didn't realise how strong it was. They just catch up so easy. No matter how much you nail that carousel, as long as they're close enough, they're going to be right on your tailpipe. Now into the last section, the final large section of Nordschleife, the technical bit. Favourite section of the track. This is where you can really gap some. Excuse me. This is where you can really gap someone if you nail everything. And at the moment, it's going quite well. I feel as though I've pulled a couple of tenths. Missed an apex there, perhaps. Into these tricky trail braking corners. A little bit of understeer on the entry to that one. Very hesitant on the entry. Probably overslowed a little bit again. Again, I believe I'm just overslowing into the corners. I haven't got the confidence to just absolutely send it too far away from the curb on that left-hander. But still, we're P1. We'll probably be P1 until the Dottinger Straight, where we are definitely going to get swallowed by the chase pack. So just trying to keep it smooth again here, trying to avoid the curbs on this flat out section, up to 5th gear on the downhill. And because I'm low on confidence, I'm not feeling great going into this last section here. That was okay. Left-hander, I overslow. I can take a lot more speed through there. As you can see, I'm nowhere near the limit on the exit. And the same with the mini carousel. Ooh, here we go. Flat out. Just keep it pinned. And this is where the race really starts. Let's see how long before we get overtaken. As you can see on the bottom right there, the gaggle of cars just behind me. And there's some moves being made.
Still there. You're on the left. 3 wide.
3 wide for a moment.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the right. Car right. Keep to the left. Clear.
And this could get very spicy. I think I'm just going to back out. I don't want to really have any part in this side-by-side action. If we can get into single file, I can just tuck in behind. And perhaps we can think about saving some fuel, maybe making that pit stop a bit shorter. That's what's going through my mind at this point. However, this is the first time I'm going to be practicing this. So we don't know how it's going to go. This is where I really get to weigh up my opposition, see where they're strong, where they're weak. And it looked like I'm a bit more aggressive going into this first section than the car in front, Mr. Rainbow Car number 22. I'm just clobbering all of those curbs. He's braking a bit earlier. Again, probably just taking his time, trying to save some fuel, which is smart. And even though I've mentioned I am going to try and save fuel, I have not been very clever. I'm just getting carried away with myself. Well, here we go. We don't want to make any moves happen just yet, so as you can see I'm already lifting. Part of me does just want to send it and get to P3. But let's try and save some fuel. Ooh, it's not that great, is it? You can put the clutch in there, but you do lose a lot of time very quickly. Let's see if we can save some fuel going down the hill as well. Are we going to do it? Or are we a bit concerned about when the clutch re-engages? Yeah, I'm just lifting. I'm not going to use the clutch. I feel like my entry to some of these corners is a lot more aggressive than these guys. Perhaps they're trying to look after their tyres. These are all the things that are going through my mind at the moment. Constantly second guessing my strategy, which is basically go as quick as I can until I get right behind someone and then chill until the dot on your straight and then try and make my move. Not very original, but I feel like it is the best strategy. But again, is it, or are these guys, have they been racing all week? You know, it's Sunday night. Do they have the 200 IQ move? Very wide entry to the hairpin for P3. I do feel like I do have P3 in the bag. And by that I mean out of the beating of car 22. I just don't think, unless he is, as I say, biding his time, being very cautious, and I'm not putting him under enough pressure. But based on what I've seen on this first half lap, I do think I can overtake him whenever I want. Again, cautiously braking into this corner. And I've messed it up again. Fortunately, we do have the draft. But what's the play? What's the play? Are we going to try and make a move? I think if he leaves the door open, I'm going to take it because I do want to get in front of him. But we just need to see. He is sticking very close to the right. Quite a defensive line. Yeah, I'm not that confident. Let's see what happens with this draft. Are we going to get a super suck? No. Biding our time. I'm not mad at that. Dropping it down to 4th for bravery. And this is just very casual, all very casual. Strange entry to the carousel there. Jesus, I've had a nightmare. Oh boy. So, the position we're in now, I've potentially ruined my race, P5 and P6's race. I did hear a bit of a collision behind me, as the car behind me did try and avoid me. I think they got clattered. which could be a good thing. I may be able to drop them. Maybe there was just an audio glitch. Maybe the contact wasn't that severe. But primarily, I've dropped off P3, the leading group, and P3 has dropped off P2 and P1 actually. So I really need to get my head down here. I am feeling like a bit of a mug, not gonna lie. Let's see what we can make happen. As long as I can get within 1.2 seconds before the Dottinger, I'll be able to creep on back up. Pushing it hard there, as you can see, making some mistakes, trying to push through the turns, trying to get on that power mega early. That was okay, that was decent. Looks like we're just out of range at the moment. So we really need to nail this last section. It all comes down to these last 4 turns. Here we go. Very aggressive on the entry. Perhaps a bit too much. Trying to carry more speed into this turn. A bit better, still not great. All on the mini carousel. I think, have we just done it? Because I took a tighter exit on the carousel compared to P3. Although he's probably got a better run coming out of the corner. I'm covering the shorter distance. So that gets me within the 1.2 seconds. Now I'm in the draft, it doesn't matter. I can match his speed, no problem at all. Let's go. So I did say no problem at all, however it does seem to be quite difficult. I haven't closed up nearly as much as I would have hoped. So once again, fortunately I got within the 1.2 to stay close to them, stay within the range, but I need to nail this braking point, and hopefully P3 is going to be very cautious on the brakes, which he is, and I've been mega aggressive, thrown the car in, and lovely. No problem at all. What was I worrying about?
8:03.629.
Another 8:03, so the pace isn't fantastic. Quite comfortable, as I say, very casual to me at this point. And I am getting a little bit itchy. I'm thinking about making moves. I've got so much... The car's got so much more ability through these turns than the cars ahead are using. Maybe that's because I've got some draft and it's just making it that much easier, but I do feel as though there's a lot of time on the table here. Okay, another flat out zone here. Let's see what happens, see how this unfolds. Part of me wants to shift to 5th gear there, but I'm unsure about the understeer that I would uncare because of it. Did I just say uncare? Yes. And we're just chilling. We're just chilling. I don't want to go side by side. I've got nowhere to go. P3 is right up behind the P2. So I either need to make a move on both of them. P2 gone very defensive there. Interesting. We don't want to let P1 get away from us too much. Making me a little bit nervous coming into the next section. Just going to back off and just see what happens. Again, I've just got so much more confidence on the brakes. P2's pulled away on P3. Not too surprising. I do think P3 is the weak link in this group. I'm missing apexes all over the show here. I do not like how far ahead of me P1 is. I really, really would like to close that up. Very wide on entry again. Oh my word. Not sure if there's a bit of latency involved here, but the number 22 car, he is a little bit all over the place. Surely it's a bit of latency. Must have a high ping. Let's try and nail this. And I think we're going to have to make a move, aren't we? We're going to have to try, unless he blocks us. Oh, he gave us no room there whatsoever. Pushing us to the limit. He's left it in 4th and I'm in 5th. How's this going to go? He's lifted. Fantastic. Okay. So, P3. We're making moves. This is good. Look how much you catch up. Insane. A little bit nervous for the carousel this time round. Really don't want to pop out of it. P1 has popped out early. So we're going to be all over the back of P1. Again, the draft up this hill is insane. P2 must have lifted as well. And now we're just back in line, aren't we? Just keeping it nice and smooth, making sure we don't do anything silly, run wide or anything like that. You know, just dipping one wheel in the grass under braking and it can all be over. Very, very pleased with the fact I haven't got a single off track. Definitely left some time on the table through there. I've really been struggling with that corner this race. So at this point, I've got my eyes forward and I'm thinking I want to move up the pack. I want to get to P2 and I want to chill behind P1, saving a bit of fuel, get that shorter pit stop. But obviously it's a difficult one, as I'm sure P4 behind me is thinking the exact same thing. And where do you pass on this track? Where do you pass? As soon as you get side by side with someone going into a corner, any corner, there's going to be problems, there's going to be issues. It is very much a single file track in my opinion, until you get to the straights. Speaking of straights, heading on to the Dottinger, what's going to happen here? Are we going to make a move? I think P2 should probably try and make a move, and we're going to try and follow him. Let's do it. Let's follow P2.
The next car's the leader. Left side.
So the leader's actually come over there and boxed me in, so I'm completely boxed in.
Still there, hold your line.
I've probably got a little bit of room to my left, but I'm not feeling confident. I don't want to risk it.
Hold your line.
That's frustrating. So now
Still there.
everyone's caught up. We're a big group of 6 cars again.
Clear on the left.
The great equaliser, the Dottinger Street.
Left side.
So I'm going to have to let this guy through as well. He's been very aggressive. I just don't want any of that action. And they're all going in the pits.
Clear
Ooh,
on the right. Right side.
okay.
Clear.
This is it.
The leader's pitting now. 8 minutes. 6.1.
8:06.1.
You are the leader. 2 left to go. 2 to go.
So, 2 of us have stayed out. 8:06 is not great pace. I should be able to beat that, with or without the draft. So right now, I'm thinking I need to get my hot lap head on, and we need to put in an absolute banger of a lap and nail this pit stop, and we could come out in P1. Let's see what happens. Through the first section, lovely jubbly. Can push it a bit more. Again, I am leaving time on the table here. That was okay, nice and stable. The car has got a bit more understeer now. You know, we've done a few laps on the tyres. They're not as, obviously they're a lot hotter than they were at the start of the race, and the front tyres have definitely lost a bit of the bite that they had at the start of the race as well. And so let's keep it smooth. Nice and tight. P2 behind, well within draft range. He's going to close up. If P2 was an absolute gent, he would close that gap, overtake me on the straight, and we work together to try and get a really, really quick lap time and guarantee that we get top 2. But let's see what kind of man he is. Not aggressive enough on that left-hander. That was very nice. I'm very pleased with that section apart from the left on entry. Could be a lot more aggressive, take a lot more curb. But we're getting there, we're getting there. Big lift through that first left-hander, big lift. Those front tyres are definitely fading on me. I'm not too happy with that. Very hesitant on throttle there. Not confident at all. Let's see what happens here. Clobber the curb on the entry. That's not good. Okay, exit. Quite annoying because that's the first time since the opening lap that I've been going into that hairpin without anyone in front of me. I've been able to get really aggressive and I mess it up. It's typical, isn't it? Again, very hesitant. This lap has not been what I wanted. Struggling. I think I've got into a bit of a complacent zone in my mind at the moment. Since I've been following P3, getting used to the way he drives, I've adapted to the way he drives, the way he follows, and it's not great in my opinion, especially when you're not following anyone. So P2's going to close this gap right up now, isn't he? I'd say he's been in a fantastic position all race. I think he's been P5, saving fuel probably, and now he's saving fuel behind me as well. He really is in the best position, I'd say, of the entire field to win this race. Very deep on the brakes there from P2. Did have a little bit of a heart attack. Not happy. Not that my expression changes in the top right hand corner at all through this race. Again, very hesitant through the carousel. Could have got on the power a lot earlier. Did a confidence lift as well, so just losing time really. Little screen flicker there, lovely stuff. Don't know why that happens. These recent updates to iRacing have not been kind to the performance of my PC. Apparently, RTX 3070 and a 5600X are not what you want to run iRacing on. Quite frustrating. Understeer is definitely creeping into this car. What am I saying? Not creeping in, it's been there for this entire lap. That was better, much better than last lap through there. Over the jump now, again, always a tricky corner. Just want to make sure, I just waited a little bit longer there just to put the power on. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't understeer wide, because that would have been disastrous. And then again, smoothly does it through here, avoiding the curbs. Okay. Nail this section. Probably a bit too much speed through the first right and not carrying enough through the left. Really struggling this race with a few key corners for me. Overslowed for the mini carousel. P2 is right on our tail. He's definitely going to do us on the Dottinger. And unless he's been an absolute demon and saved for his life, he's going to have to pit as well, but he will have a shorter pit stop than us. Just mulling it over there in my mind, as you can see. Trying to figure out how much fuel I need to put in as well. Not sure whether I've set RaceLab app to auto refuel. As you can see, I'm very prepared, and I've just realised at this point, at this moment in time, I've just realised I have not practiced the pit entry at all, so I don't know what I'm doing, which is not good. Trying to save as much fuel as I can. I am not prepared for this pit stop whatsoever. See how this goes. Okay, so I've overslowed with the pit entry. I've already lost about a second there. Okay, let's nail this pit box. Oh my word, too far forward. Reverse, reverse, reverse. Oh my god. Oh no, spun the tyres as well. There goes the lead pack. Wow. What a calamity. Terrible pit exit as well. I am not happy. Wow. So the front three are well ahead. Well, there's the front three, then there's fourth and fifth, then a small gap to me. The guy who I was racing with the last lap is in P1. That should have been me. That certainly should have been me in P2. My word, Dave, what have you done, you absolute tool? But we have one lap. We're in 6th place. What can we do? Is it possible to make it to P1? I'm not sure it is. I'm not sure I'm close enough. As I was saying earlier, I'm very confident I can beat car number 22 in front. So I need to start thinking further ahead. We want to get P4, don't we? A podium would be great. Hopefully there's going to be some carnage that we can capitalise on. Hopefully we're not going to be involved in it. Oh dear, what an absolute balls up that was. Classic, classic Dave. That's all I do, guys. Mess up pit stops. I mean, I've closed this right up under braking. Good lord. That was a rubbish exit. Too tight. My word. I'm not having a great race. I think I'm a little bit flustered about that pit stop as well. Probably lost about 3 seconds in the pits, I reckon. 2.5 seconds. But we are still in contention. We know car number 22 always takes the entry to this hairpin very wide. Let's just give him a wide berth. Ooh, oof, he's gone deep there. Took it narrow and deep. Never a good combination. So we want to get this move done before Bravery, don't we? We certainly don't want to head into the carousel, come out of the carousel behind car number 22. That would limit our result. That would hinder us massively. There's no way we're going to get P3 if we don't get by this guy. So, let's go for it. Covering us off here, covering us off. Okay. Something that really annoys me, people just completely blocking the run. Really don't think that's fair, and he's doing it again. Obviously a lot of you may think that's just racing, but for me personally, it's not at all. You can't block someone like that. Very, very unsportsmanlike. Here we go. Oh, Dave, you should have just stuck the boot in there. We're side by side. Oh, lovely. Lovely bit of contact. So this is probably the worst thing that could have happened to us. As I was saying earlier, we want to be ahead of car number 22 coming out of the carousel, and we're not. We are, in fact, the furthest away from him we've ever been. Could have some aero damage, some bodywork damage, which is going to hinder our top speed. We've just got to go for it, haven't we? All the while, I am a little bit concerned about the fuel. Hopefully we're not going to run out. 4% does not fill me with confidence. right now, I'm a man on a mission. I do not like car number 22. I really don't like him. First of all, he was blocking me off, and then he just went way too deep into the turn before the carousel. Really didn't give me any room. I've got an off track. I'm not happy. It's all fallen to bits. Okay, he's made a mistake. He's made a mistake. We are within the drafting range. Let's just nail this. He potentially went a bit wide on entry there. Touch that care, which isn't great. It's going to kill my momentum a little bit. And there as well. Oof. What's going on, Dave? What are you doing? Okay, we're still looking good. We got the draft. We're okay. We can shift to 5th early. But the lead 4, in my opinion, they've gone. The chance of me getting top 4 now is completely gone. Especially with me taking turns like that. My word. Very sketchy mini carousel from car number 22. Lift there because the understeer is horrendous at this point in the race. Just about keeping the car on the track there as well. And are we going to get our snake on now? Okay. Come on! We know this guy likes to block us off. Has he lifted? Has he run out of fuel? Alright. So, we do have P5 in the bag. Looks like car number 22, my best friend, has run out of fuel, which is all good. Now, at this point, I know I'm not going to get P4 unless there's some absolute carnage up ahead. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen? And it's all very orderly, isn't it? Oh, what a shame. Well, there we have it, chaps. Thank you very much if you stayed the distance there. I really did enjoy this race. A bit stressful, the way it's all about the draft, all about nailing that pit stop, which I didn't do. But thank you very much. If you liked the video, like the video. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you want that setup, join the Discord. Link down below. See you guys in the next one. Peace!